You did,
got it.
and I just didn't see it, and so I'll go back and look, Spencer. But we are here. We are
No,
live.
it's fine. It's fine.
Happy Thursday morning, everybody. We are on episode 3 of the Road Dog Coffee podcast. And we have a wonderful lady with us, Gina. She is a cancer survivor. She is also a current truck driver with over 1 million safe miles driven on America's highways. We're going to get with her, ask her a whole bunch of crazy questions, and see what kind of answers she can give us. So hold with us. We're going to roll this amazing intro video, and we'll be right back. Good morning, Gina. How are
And
you?
we are back live.
Good morning. Thank you for having me on today.
Yeah. Spencer, how are you doing, broski? Spencer, how are you doing?
Good morning. I am doing very well. I'm
Yeah?
at an undisclosed location. I'm hiding.
In a bunker in an undisclosed location with the view, though. It's a bunker with the view.
That's right.
A window view, right?
Yeah. All right. As we do every week, Spencer likes to start it off with what everyone is drinking. So we're going to let our guest go first. Gina, what you drinking on?
I am drinking, yes, light roasted this morning because, I'm in Arizona and, I should be drinking ultra because to wake me up faster, right? But, yep, I've got it.
yeah.
And I've got it in my tall canister.
I need to order me the cup that Spencer has at his house. That's what I need to do. That campfire cup. I need to order one. Spencer, what are you drinking, broski? You're traveling, so did you bring coffee with you?
I did. I've got Highways and Heroes right here. So yeah, I surely I brought a bag. I always travel with my stuff, man.
That's awesome. My wife and I have actually got to that point too, that we throw pods in our suitcases because you go to a hotel or even an Airbnb. Like, let's be honest, it's the cheapest coffee they can buy. You know what I mean? Can't fault them for that. So yeah, we do the same thing. We take pods with us when we travel, and I'm drinking my usual on the show, Black Dog. So that's what I got, and I need to get me. I don't know. I got some expedited out there, but my son's been drinking that. I don't know if I told you that, Spencer. He likes your expedited for iced coffee. That's what he does out of it.
Yeah. It's got that fruitiness to it. So yeah, it makes a great iced coffee. Black Dog makes a good iced coffee too, if you want to try that.
I did when the very first bag I ever got. I used that entire bag when I was on my iced coffee fix, and that's what I used it for, was to make iced coffee with it. So it does make a good one. I'm waiting on Smoking the Bandit to come out, broski. That's what I'm waiting on.
Yeah, it's actually the artwork was uploaded to the printer, but I'm talking to another printer about pricing. So I'm hoping to have it done and rolled out by the Stars, Stripes, and White Lines truck show, November 7th weekend. So that's kind of the goal.
Ooh, nice.
To have it kind of launched there because, Smoking the Bandit is kind of a racing theme. They were racing across the country, and it just kind of seems like it'd be fitting, at a speedway to launch that bag, So
Yeah, bro.
because in the movie, when the movie comes on, if you pay attention, they're at a truck race, a tractor truck race, is what they're doing.
Yes.
So it's just racing, so it just kind of seems fitting. But anyway, hey folks, we have a phenomenal person, one of my most favorite people in the world that God ever created, Gina Jones. She's been a friend for about a year and a half, I guess, something like that, going
years,
on
almost
now.
a couple of years.
Yeah. And she loves her Road Dog coffee, and we love her. And we're kind of showcasing, so I want everybody to know the whole month of October. The idea was to bring women that were in the trucking industry, logistics industry, serving as drivers to just whatever, right? That had been touched by cancer in some form or fashion, and let's showcase them because we're in Cancer Awareness Month, and it just kind of makes sense to do that, to pay homage to our women in trucking, and so Gina was like kind enough to grace us with her presence and come on the show. And we're excited to have her. And she's got a great story. Uh, you know, well, Gina, you can tell them. I mean, you started. When you started in trucking, you were at the age of
50,
50
five
years old. Yeah.
zero. Yeah. So how I got on to be a truck driver is my husband asked me to join him. My youngest son was leaving to join the military. And so I was going to be an empty nester at home. And, he didn't want me all by myself. And he was lonely while he was on the truck. And, what not to be such a good idea is we can both make some good money into one household. And, I was working 28 years in retail in the grocery business. And, I'm so social where with my friends and family, I didn't want to really be sitting in a seat for 11 hours a day and 11 hours and a 14-hour day. I'm like, I can't do that. I need to be up and moving. I'm hyper. And I thought, you know what? I'm a go-getter. I make goals. I'll take that opportunity. And then at least I could be with Steve as well while he is over the road many days and weeks. So I did 13 and a half years later, 1.5 accident-free miles, a million miles. And, I never looked back. I think it was like a calling that I needed to do this for myself and for my husband to be with him because he just loves to be with me every day, 376 days a year. A day. So, and I just love meeting the drivers and being out there.
Yeah.
All right, Gina. Well, I got, oh, go ahead, Spencer. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say real quick, people who are listening that if they're not in trucking, which I hope we have some of those folks listening, but to understand a million miles, 1.5 million miles, 2 million mile drivers, accident free,
safe miles.
That's pretty phenomenal. That is,
Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing when you can drive that many miles without a bump up, without anything.
And safety is number one, once you get in that seat and you do your pre-trips and stuff, that's all about safety of how you're going to have your day go in a safe surroundings, around you and around other vehicles that you are with on the road every day. So it's very important. And, safety is number one.
Well, you've got to watch out for the four-wheeler too. The four-wheelers, they expect you to watch out for them, right? And you have to do that, but they also have to do their part on the highways too. Watch out for the trucks, because
there's a lot of distractions.
You're in a pretty big vehicle, and it's not easy to maneuver those as well in traffic. So
yeah, biggest thing out there is distracted driving. We see all drivers, on the phone we can see down, looking down at the drivers when they're on there. So you just have to watch your surroundings no matter what.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And, I've mentioned this before on the show, when I've got my daughters are 20 years old, but when they were, 15 years old, and even to when they were 16, they got their driver's license. I would always, when I took them on the highways, we're getting to pass a semi, I'd always talk about the kill zone, because trucks have that kill zone right up at the where the trailer hooks to the tractor. There's that kind of area. Now, everybody's got side, viewing cameras now a lot coming down the side of the truck, and the mirrors are much more robust these days, but still, it's still kind of, I'll see four-wheelers and drivers on the highway doing this all the time, riding right with the truck, like right in that area, and they're just staying with them. Get it there and get past them. Don't sit there and just kind of hang out with them.
Exactly. It's like, why are they staying alongside you anyways? Get through that passing lane and let the traffic keep moving to keep it safe on the road.
Yeah.
And there's
Yeah.
such great technology out there, and but the technology is doing great for us drivers, but we still need to be alert at all times of our surroundings, even if we have that great technology with all the cameras and stuff, because anything
Exactly.
can happen.
Exactly. And there's actually something else that Pedro can speak to that can help kind of keep you alert as well, and that's black dog. With the high caffeine, it kind of keeps you awake and alert, right? But
Yes.
no, so you know, outside of starting when you were 50 and 1.5 million miles under your belt, accident free, that's kind of led to a lot of other things that's allowed you to kind of showcase yourself, like tell everybody about the ATA and what you're doing
Well,
there and
first,
the
first my company,
ambassadorships.
first my company recognized me as to be a road team captain, a road team captain. So that's where it all began, is getting the experience of getting out there, being a driver helping drivers with whatever they need. We can go, the road team can go up a little higher and go further up the ladder with the executives and get that help that the drivers need out there when there are issues that they are having.
Right.
And then I got nominated for ATA, American Trucking Association, the ATA Road Team Captain 22, 23. And that was a great experience. I just love being out there, working with the public, teaching the public how to be safe around large trucks. And we go to high schools, we go everywhere. We go to the Capitol building. Talk to the lawmakers. I just did that in July. I was at the White House talking next to the president at the podium. I was asked by the ATA to represent the trucking industry with the Clean Air and Fuel Act. So that was the most amazing thing I have done in my career that I never thought would happen in a lifetime. I was also this year nominated for Women in Trucking, Female Driver of the Year award. I became a finalist, so that is amazing. I'm shooting for next year. I'm a mentor with Women in Trucking as well. So I have a mentee that is not a truck driver. So we both communicate. And what I love about that is the relationship that we both have and that we connected so well and we became friends. And also I was a Women in Trucking Member of the Month for August. So there's been many outstanding things that I have done while I've been in the trucking industry for the last 13 years. I could go on. I'm also with Operation Freedom Fleet. Steve's a military veteran, and we get to drive a military wrap truck, go to military bases, and we talk to soldiers that are transitioning out of the military into the civil life. So, and we go to schools as well. So we're busy. We love what we do, and if this is if I have to be a driver, I want all that. I need to do more than just driving as well, because I just love helping other people.
Sounds like you're going to get the other 500,000 miles you need for your 2 million just traveling on your celebrity tours there, Gina.
But you know what? My goal is 2 million. Yeah, my goal is 2 million. I am shooting for that. I work every day for that, to be safe, to get my 2 million miles. And I should get it within 3.5 to 4 years.
That's awesome.
Well,
it's amazing.
Yeah, not only are you a badass economic driver, we all know that. It's really cool that you're doing your part, not just serving the economy and making sure the shelves are stocked. And that's another thing that people kind of get complacent with and that's kind of why I started Road Dog Coffee Company, is to kind of keep truckers and the trucking industry in the spotlight of the general public. Buy coffee. You've seen what the bags look like. But so you're doing your part there for the economy, doing your part to get people exposed to the industry, which is really cool. You're truly a rock star. You really are when it comes down to it. But speaking of rock stars, we're going to get into the nasty stuff here in a second. But what was it like hanging out with Trump? He's a pretty cool guy, isn't he?
You know what? Whatever president was in the White House, I would have been just, it was just a great thing to be chosen to do this. He was amazing, and everything what you hear about him and what you see is not what you is true, is real. He's not orange. Not at all. No. The most humorous man that I ever met. He would, oh my gosh, he made me laugh. I got so many handshakes and pats on the back from him during my speech and after my speech, and just being alongside him was amazing. Having that opportunity to represent the trucking industry, being there, and my company and ATA. Right. So I still am in awe about it. I love to talk about it, and the great experience that I've had, and also, Road Dog Coffee Company. When I met you, came on board, sent me some bags just randomly, and I ended up being at home for a while. I was on a medical leave, and I ended up posting your coffee on social media, and with pictures and me making the coffee and drinking it and doing a little bit of entertaining. And I even sent it to my family members, my friends to try. I would take it on the road. I take it on the road as well, and vacation. Mm-hmm. So and I've gotten some great feedback. I enjoy being able to do some social media videos and get on there and talk when I can and have time. So, but I also want to talk about breast cancer awareness, that, there's all types of cancer, and I've had melanoma skin cancer, and I know melanoma skin cancer you can catch early and, make people aware. And being a truck driver, we're always next to the windows and stuff. So, always making sure. I've had melanoma 3 times where I've had to get it removed. And my husband, Steve, his mom passed away of melanoma skin cancer when she was 50 years old. So it was kind of like a big scare for him when he saw that. When he heard the doctor call me and say, hey, you got to come in and get it removed and stuff. And so if you can detect it early, no matter what cancer you have, you got to get tested. But as truck drivers out there, I've had it on my eye, on my left shoulder, and it's right by where the sun hits you and things like that. I have one on the right shoulder. Window. Yeah, windows. So sunscreens are good, and make sure you're putting on that sunscreen. Sunshades are good. So I do use sunshades on each of the passenger and the driver's window. But sunscreen every morning, and throughout the day to put on yourself, around your exposed areas. So like I say, no matter what kind of cancer you have, it's just very important. The littlest cancer can be a big problem as well.
Yeah. Right. Not to downplay, not to downplay what you're saying, but there used to be kind of a joke in the trucker community, of how you could tell another truck driver when you're out in public, and it's always the person with the left arm that's way darker than the right arm, because it is. You just always have that arm posted up on that window there, and let's be real, the windows in trucks are ginormous. They really, really are. There's a lot of sun that comes in those things. So, and that's weird to hear that you had it 3 times. My dad had melanoma at least twice That's one of those. I don't, maybe all cancers like that. I don't know. I haven't researched it, but melanoma is one of the ones. It just seems to you can catch it many, many, many times. It's so weird. And then my dad had prostate cancer like 4 or 5 years ago. So
Yeah, and I have to go in every 3 months and get a skin check. So when you got to go in every 3 months, it can be serious when your doctor says no, you need to come in more often. And I'm here in Arizona. I moved from Wisconsin, but I lived on a lake all my life when I was growing up in Wisconsin. So I was always exposed to the sun, and then coming to Arizona is a lot more. I'm an outside person, and I'm bound to get it. Back in the day, our parents didn't really put sunscreen or push the sunscreen. What we were doing, baby oil and and oil kind of ointments on us to get the sun. So they usually say it can happen more like when you're a child and you get that first really
It
bad
starts
sun.
developing there.
Gina,
Yeah.
did you go through this
So
while you were
my
as a
father's
driver or
I went through this as a driver. Yes.
man, that's even. I mean, that's a
Yeah,
challenge within itself too.
I have a scar that I had underneath my eye. I had to have removed, because I don't always wear sunglasses, and that's a protection. So, I learned after I had the first few cancer, melanoma removed from my skin. Yeah, you learn right away.
Wow, that's whew,
It's like a lesson.
it's nuts. Yeah,
Because
we have.
what? I was at a truck stop a couple years ago. Steve and I were fueling, and there was this gentleman that didn't have a nose, and it really freaked me out. I'm like, oh my gosh, what happened? And then we were right next to each other, and he started talking to us. He didn't put his prosthetic nose on because he just felt more comfortable without it. But it's an aware that when you see something like that, oh wow, what happened? And he did say he had skin cancer. He had to have his whole nose removed because he waited too much.
Holy moly! What?
Yeah, it was just the whole. Yeah,
Wow.
he didn't have his nose, his prosthetic nose on. And it was eye opening for me when I saw that.
Freaking
I've
Gina
actually
wears
seen somebody
SPF
like that.
5000 now.
5,000.
Yeah, you have a sore there. You just don't go in. You don't get yourself checked. Yeah, and I even get on.
It can be. I mean, it's real. I mean, it's my dad's dealing with skin cancer on top of his head. He did outdoor advertising for years, but I mean, cancer. It's not just breast cancer that affect everybody, and the women in trucking and outside of trucking. I mean, there's, like you said, there's the melanoma. There's other forms of cancer that are pancreatic cancer. Well, my grandmother started out with breast cancer. That she had to actually have one of her breasts removed, and then that kind of went into pancreatic cancer, and that's what kind of took her life, the pancreatic cancer. But so it's a real thing. It's something that if it shows up, deal with it. You gotta address it, and because
And
you can die.
a lot more women, even younger women, seem to be getting cancer earlier in their age. And so,
Right.
it's not like, okay, you go in and get checked at 40, 50, 60, you get checked at 20s, your
Yeah.
early 20s. So
Yeah, you do. Well, and that's why, back in October, we launched the Women Truckers Coffee, that beautiful pink bag you've got sitting by
yeah,
you right there that you're drinking on. Yeah, that's why we launched it last year in October for cancer awareness, and it was actually meant to be a kind of a short run type deal, but I'm like, we're gonna keep it full time. I'm not gonna just launch it every October. Let's just keep it out there because it's great coffee. I mean, it's a great light roast coffee, and it's one of my favorites in the lineup. I love it. I drink a lot of it. But yeah, I mean, so we wanted to do our part at Road Dog Coffee Company to pay homage to our females in trucking that were affected by cancer in some form or fashion. Again, not just breast cancer. Cancer's cancer. Doesn't matter what it is. Cancer's cancer. It's a dirty word, but yeah. So we just wanted to do our part and make people aware, and that's kind of why we're doing this whole October series of women in trucking that have been affected by it, some form or fashion.
Yeah, just keeping it aware for the women out there to go and get checked and get your mammogram and pap smear and get to the doctor. And I mean, it doesn't take much to do. It's just, set your appointment and go. And like you said, October is the month where, hey, why not get it done in October? Because you can do it every year the same time.
Yeah.
Each month, every year of that month. Yep.
True.
I agree.
True. Yeah.
No excuses, women out there. Let's get out there and get yourself checked. So we can be.
You got to do that. And it's just like with guys too, with prostate cancer. I mean, prostate cancer is probably, outside of heart attacks, is probably one of the biggest killers of men. That's a real thing. People need to go get checked. Hey, it's not very glamorous or sexy to go get checked, but guess what?
Hey,
neither's being 6 feet under the ground either.
And
rather be above ground than below ground.
If you don't know you have it and you do have it, or you're feeling something that's not right in your body, there's a reason for that. So getting to your doctor and getting checked before it's too late, because once it's too late, there's nothing they can do.
True.
Hey, and let's add this. Drivers, this is more imperative for you than you understand. We all know, I drove, Gina drives. We all know how it is to be out there 2, 3, 4 weeks at a time. You get home, you only got a certain amount of days, and the last thing you want to do is go sit in a doctor's office. But let me tell you, you got to keep up with your freaking health, especially as a driver. There's a whole movement out there, people trying to be about this health. So, I guess that's my thing. Just take care of yourself, drivers. Like, take the freaking few hours that it's going to take on a Saturday or a Monday or Friday afternoon to go get your screenings for whatever it is, your cancer, your yearly physicals, your dental checkups, all of these things. So, last thing you want to deal with out there on the road is a sickness. I think that was probably one of the worst things ever to deal with as a driver, was being sick and still having to do your freaking job. Because it ain't like when you're at home, right, Gina? Like, when you dealt with it, you woke up some days not feeling well. It's like, oh, damn well, I still got 500 miles I got to put down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah, we have no choice. When you're out on the road, you're sick, but the best thing you can do for yourself is get plenty of sleep, eat right. Health and wellness is really important right now for truck drivers to get healthy out there. I'm with Project 61 with Jeremy and off shift with Dr. Mark. And so we have a coach that we talk weekly, and Thursdays are our day where we talk to our coach. So Steve and I are the last year getting healthy out while we're truck drivers out on the road and have a good, healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
So it's very important to me, and whoever out there that wants help and wants more information about getting healthy out while you're out on the road as a truck driver. We prepare food, stop doing fast food, and take our food out on the road with us and just make healthy choices. I think can also help from having health issues to prevent from as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Wise words.
Not only being a truck driver on my own, my husband and our own spare time, we volunteer our time, and we also do a 50-mile march. In 22 hours we did. So we trained for a whole year this last year. August we did 50 miles in 22 hours from Lincoln, Nebraska to Omaha. And we got really healthy during that year, and we want to keep going, and we're going to do it next year next year as well. So we keep our training every day.
Yeah. Well, I think it's great. You're doing what you're doing, driving the economy, bringing awareness to folks out there, bringing the industry to the forefront for people to get people exposed to it. But anyway, I guess that's our time for the day. I've got to bolt and catch a flight, and I want everybody to go to roaddogcoffee.com, grab some of that coffee. It's phenomenal coffee, and
don't forget, you get a cup, coffee, get your merchandise, and you'll be happy you did.
Yeah, and I want everybody to kind of get just be aware of this whole situation with cancer. It's real. go follow Gina Jones on social media. Go find her, befriend her. She's a great, great, great person. She's a great dear friend of mine and the company. Pedro, you're a pretty good guy too. I'll throw you a little, love there. But
yeah, all my female drivers, if you want someone to talk with,
yeah,
just, or the upcoming drivers that want to become professional truck drivers, there are so many women out there that you can be comfortable with talking to, and whatever questions that they have, we're here for them. That's what we do.
yeah.
We want to bring more drivers into the industry and to be safe. And you know what? Road Dog Coffee keeps me going.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning. All righty. Well, thank you
Gina,
for coming
Gina,
on.
if you would stay after the show. I know Spencer has to go, but stay because I wanna talk to you real quick about something. Go ahead, Spencer. Sorry, I just didn't want her to leave.
Just everybody tune in every Thursday morning at 9:00 Eastern time. Go to @Road Dog Coffee Podcast on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel and support the industry. Support coffee, but also support the industry. And understand that our drivers out there, they go through a lot of stuff on the road. So anyway, love you guys, and you guys hang out for a little bit. I'm going to jump off here, and I'll see you next Thursday.
All right, Spencer, be good. Safe travels, bro. I'll see you next week.
All right, buddy. Take care.
Awesome. Gina, I'm just going to close out with comments, and then I'll run this exit video. And then, like I said, I just want to chat with you backstage for like three minutes about another show. So that's all. Hey, everyone. Appreciate y'all joining us here for third episode of Road Dog Coffee Podcast. Wonderful time. Go back and watch from the beginning if you're just now joining us. Gina had some amazing things to say. Sadly, we only had half an hour because we can go a lot longer with her. Had a lot of questions I wanted to ask, but we will see everyone here next week. Spencer's lining up another cancer survivor that is going to come on. She's going to talk about some stuff, and yes, hope everyone has a great rest of your Thursday. Don't forget, tomorrow, the Logistics Lounge, we are going to be live from Dragon and Pulling in the Pines in Lufkin, Texas on a Freestyle Friday. So if you want to hang out with me and the Freight Hound, let us know and we'll shoot you a link. You can come and chill out, and I'll be out there shooting footage live on the show of all the truck drag races and the tractor pulls. So everyone have a great rest of your Thursday. We will see y'all tomorrow afternoon on the lounge. Chunk them deuces. Oh, God, now I need to do this. I'm not used to doing this by myself, Gina.